Hello and welcome to another update video about oil. Yeah, I think the wave count that we discussed in the last video and the scenario that we discussed in the last video is currently still being followed. I have to say that the move down is not impulsive, at least it doesn't look like it, so we want to talk about that. But the wave count that we talked about in the last video and the main scenario here that I'm watching is still that a wave 1 was completed here in September, middle of September, at around $96, and that we're now coming down in this ABC structure in a wave 2. Support is at $76. It can always go a little lower. Invalidation point is down here at, it's going to be here at $71.30. So already below $76, probabilities will shift into a much more bearish scenario. Not the primary, but we could still, as it shows here, still make another low. But I would need to see a break below $76. This was quite impulsive to the upside, so we currently assume a low was in. However, would be looking for a deeper pullback as long as the price stays below $91.90. That's key Fibonacci resistance. Actually, I need to move that down a little bit now, given the latest lows. Resistance is now at $91.67. So the 78.6 Fib level of the decline, a break above it would show us already, it would be an early hint that something different is going on. But the idea was that after this wave 1 topped, we came down in an A wave, we had a high B wave, and we're now coming down in wave C. That's still my view. We can calculate, this is the standard support zone, Fibonacci retracements of the rally. So we talk about support around $76, 80, and 83. But we can also use the Fib extension tool to calculate a target for wave C a little bit more precisely, and we can do that by looking here at the length of the A wave. We go to the high of the B wave, and then a key level to watch would be the 100% extension level at $81.50. So I'd pay attention to that level, and then possibly even the 1.618 extension level at 74. So I think we still have a bit of a way to go. That would be my view. Looking at the microstructure, already in the last video we talked about here this potential wave 1, the potential wave 2. That all has played out so far, and then the idea was to still go lower afterwards, which we're doing, but it looks really messy. It's not impulsive, you have too much overlap here. So best I can tell is that we are moving in that the C wave actually is unfolding as an ending diagonal. So that this third wave is still in the making. What does Elliott wave tell us? Where should the third wave land? If this is an ending diagonal, ideally I'm normally looking at the 1.236 extension, maybe the 1.38 extension for a third wave. So let's take a look. We take the length of the wave 1, we go to the high of the wave 2, and actually just by looking at this for the third wave itself, minimum I would like to see is $81.70. So these are more precise targets than just taking the A and the C wave. $81.70 and $80 are going to be the next key levels. Looking at the microstructure, and this is by the way UK oil, this would have to be an ABC structure because we're dealing here with choppy structures. You see that. Best I could tell you is that we possibly completed an A wave here. We might now still be in this B wave, might be nearly done. And then we should get a C wave down in wave 3. And if we talk about retracements for this B wave rally, we're basically in the standard retracement zone for wave B. So as long as we stay on the micro level here, below $88.30, the downside pressure should remain quite high. We can also look at WTI. The count is basically the same. They're always the same. Well, not always, but they often move together, naturally. So here as well, support here on the WTI chart is $69.40. Here we even moved into the resistance zone for this wave 2, and we are now also likely in the third wave to the downside. Also possible A wave complete of wave 3, B wave up, C wave down, because we're dealing with a diagonal, yeah. A bit like that. And then, I mean, yeah, we're also here, you know, obviously in the resistance zone for wave B. So as long as we stay below $84.60, the downside pressure should remain high on the microstructure. Looking at the microstructure, and if we talk about a target for wave 3 there, circle wave 3, then we take the length of wave 1, we go to the high of the wave 2, and I'm looking first of all at the 1-to-1 ratio, $78.30. The 1.236 extension is $76.70, and then $75.60. These are key levels to watch, plus the entire retracement zone. I mean, this is just for wave 3 basically, right? So it should roughly, based on this roadmap, look like that. But a move above basically $85 will change things and will tell me that something different might be going on here on the WTI chart. And yeah, that's sort of the view. And overall, also, I mean, similar to Brent crude oil, the idea is also that WTI rallied in an impulse, and we're now coming back in this wave 2 below $69. We will have to assume that something more bearish is going on. I actually labeled it on this chart. It would be a WXY structure and would come down the Y wave. But there should be quite strong support. Below $69, I have to lean bearish. Until then, I'm purely watching this as a potential first impulse. So a new uptrend has begun basically. And then this is now the first deeper pullback, will be the stress test for a bullish scenario. Yeah, because you can really only say the trend has changed to the upside after this long sell-off that happened into May. As soon as we have higher highs and higher lows, and we need that wave 2 correction to form a higher low. Yeah, that's my update about oil. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, also intraday updates, plus updates about stocks and regular updates, then check out our stocks and S&P 500 membership. You'll find the link in the description. It takes you to Patreon, and then you can take a look at which stocks are included. There are intraday video updates also. Well, not intraday video updates, but every day there's a video update, and then written updates throughout the day for the S&P 500. We also cover the NASDAQ at the moment on a daily basis, even though it's not officially included. But it's a very important and interesting time in the market. So yeah, check it out. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.